Welcome back to Drugstore in Another World. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Anyways, yes. This is episode number 4, discussing the 5th episode of the series. Today's description, which basically there are 3 parts. There's one like last week was like 2 segments. This one was 3. You have Here Come the Beast Lore. That's the first one. Second one, there's Brooch. Third one, Stomach Acheless. Okay, the first one is covering basically chapters 19 and 20 of book 1. The second segment covers 21, and the third and last segment covers chapter 10 of book number 2. Yes, book 2. Mm-hmm. Okay, with these ones, we get the first one basically focus on a female named Rukia. That's serious name. Well, first up we have Renja. You just walk through. Oh, there's an event going on, and we see this popular guy. His name is Kidru, and they later reveal he actually is someone who's won 16 years running. Also, when they have one of the characters talking, he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember him from like a century ago," and of course it's Mina talking, who's a ghost. So with her, like, because it's an elf, and then they get a visitor. It's Rukia, where she apparently is being a terrible archer. She needs help using like the medicine helper. Okay, so they have her basically show off what she can do, and of course he says there's no special medicine to basically make her a better archer, just basically help support her. Okay, and her goal is to surpass her brother. So she uses a longbow first because that is what traditionally, from what I've seen in fantasy, that's what elves use, longbows. I have seen images of these things. These things are long, really long. Longbows tend to be basically almost down to your feet, about almost there. And I personally have never used a longbow. Of course, these things in the show made of wood. The one bow I have used was actually a plastic. Yes. I have done archery myself. It is not something you can pick up very easily per se. It is difficult to do. And I'm lucky enough I have hit like a couple target maybe once or twice. And apparently Noella apparently is able to fire out the bow no problem. It's like, oh yeah, it's easy. Of course she's using a short bow. And they recommend her switching from a long bow to a short bow. That apparently improves her aim. So, and then apparently off screen mentioned, oh yeah, I made this basically this beast lore. So she uses it. And like, oh, got one. Fires off. And like, okay, is that it? Nope, there's a whole lot more. And she ends up using like a lot of her arrows. How much of her arrows? I don't know. Because they don't really say how much of the arrows she uses. It's just that she uses a lot of arrows. And it's shown at the end that she wins the competition by hitting 89, taking out 89 monsters. Her brother has got the record of 16, while she has 89. Yeah, you can definitely tell, basically, before I cut to the finale, cut to the award ceremony, that she was taking out like a good like dozen of them. So it's quite obvious that she's going to win. And she's going to thank him later. And then it's kind of hinted that she's falling in love with him. I don't know if this is basically continuing on even after this. Makes her probably the second woman in the series to fall in love with him. First being Annabelle, the captain of the Red Cat Guard. Now it's an elf. I'm like, Renja, you lucky guy to get these 2 women to fall in love with you. And of course, she's right outside. Noella basically tries to get Renji to kind of see her, or she disappears to go to the swing. And that's how I see the rest of the episode. The next one you have Mina trying to go outside, but something is pulling her back in. mostly in the living room. And they can't exactly figure out what it is. Is it the couch? Nope. It must be on the floor. So they contact the carpenter, give him one of the special energy drinks. By the way, they give the energy drink to Ricky as well. And he gets super strong and basically lifts the floorboards. And we have a basement. Yes, a basement. Excuse me, today this was supposed to actually be his mother's room, which I thought that was kind of weird. Why would a mother live in a basement for? I have no idea. So, it's revealed because of a brooch. Yes, a brooch that belongs to their family that Renji kept on him when she walked out. She basically right on top of him. So, the way she can leave the house is she had the brooch in her pocket. Not exactly where per se, just keep her in her pocket. She would go outside, no problem. That's that. Very simple one, mind you. The last one is kind of an odd one, to say the least. You have Nuila, who basically rolls into the pharmacy. They say in the book it's a lab. It's basically the shop. And she's complaining about a stomach ache. Why? Because she ate food off the ground. Yeah, it's a very bad idea to do that. So, they make her basically a sort of cure for her stomach ache. And then apparently after eating some berries, which are pretty helpful, they're off the ground, basically on like a leaf. And of course she can't eat this stuff because it tastes bitter for her. Who knows how long this is going to last for. And because you figured out he's not breaking a promise, basically because it was a trap. Yes, a trap. So he mixed bitter A inside of the stomach cure that he gave her. And, well, the episode ends with her eating the berries she likes to eat. Yep, and that's the episode. I would say the first two segments are really good because the first one does some action story progression. I mean, it's a good setup for a new character, and we do have a debut of a new character, Paula. She makes a debut at the very end of the episode where she's basically very frustrated about something, where it says next customer. Yes, so in just 5 episodes, they haven't covered that much of the first book at all. No. I mean, in just the past 2 episodes, they've already covered chapters 17 to 20. Yes, 17 to 20. Well, they haven't covered chapter 3 yet. Basically, overall, in just 5 episodes, they have covered, let's see, chapters 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 11, 13, 15. So, I'd say a good chunk of the chapters for book 1. I'd say as of right now, the only chapters they did not cover yet are chapters 1, 3, 4, 6. Let's see. 12. Actually, I think 12 was a day. I'd say right now, they pretty much adapted most of this so far. Yeah, I'd definitely say so. So I'd probably say just a few chapters left. Yeah, so overall, just 3, 4, 16. I'd say it's 3, 4, 10, 16, and that's just a few chapters. But who knows? We might get a chance to see more chapters adapted. I mean, overall, in just the first 5 episodes, they cover most of book 1. Not the entirety of it per se, but most of it. But hopefully with next week's episode, well, the way it looks, we're going to go with book 2. But second book comes out next week. I might probably get a chance before next episode comes out. Okay, so that's it for Single View. Stay tuned. I'm hoping to get done some episodes today. Battlefield for J. Okay, next video. Bye.